Hello, everyone, and welcome here, guys. Thank you for joining me. I just want to start out by having my coffee with you and telling you that I have been doing a lot of prayers for you guys and asking your angels to bless you and to reach out to you and comfort you and give you encouragement. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I truly do appreciate you, but guys, you're in stiff competition with this cup of coffee because man, is it ever good. Mm, I loves my coffee, guys. I'm telling you. Now, we're talking about these opportunities that you may have felt like these opportunities have passed you by, missed opportunities, and the reasons behind them. So I am going to start out with the tarot, and let's ask that question. Spirit, why have opportunities passed the collective by? Why are these missed opportunities, and what can you tell the collective about these opportunities? Is something to celebrate. It's some kind of growth here. Oh my lord. Look, we're starting out with the sun, the star, the 10 of pentacles, and the 4 of wands. Maybe because there's something better for you. This is happiness, this is growth, this is stability, this is the star, and the 10 of pentacles. I couldn't get better messages for you. Positivity at this time. It is about a positivity, it's about growth, and it's about you might be celebrating something that is better for you. So let's continue on. So even though you may have felt like you have missed an opportunity, what's going on? Your angels are protecting you from some sort of, I got to be real. The 10 of Swords has been chasing after this Empress for a long time. People working against you, energies that have been working against you. Could be spiritual warfare. I don't know. It's like you've been divinely guided. So these towers have led to your healing. These towers have led to your growth. You cannot have the star without the tower. So this could be a new start, a new beginning, a new way of being, a new way of thinking. This is motivation. This is creativity. Now, what has hurt you may have healed you. It's like it's a whole lot of abundance here. And it's for your spiritual higher good. It's for your higher self. These things that you may have viewed as why did this happen, or why did that happen, or why didn't I get that job, or why didn't I get that person, because there's definitely something better for you. You may have prayed. You may have years ago. You may have said a prayer when you was a child. You may have prayed or said a prayer when you were a child. I don't know. You may have prayed that. I know I have done this, so we might be touching on that. I have prayed to my Jesus and the angels that if something wasn't for me, to remove it. I've actually prayed that prayer. And so And then sometimes we grieve and we cry about the things that we think we have lost when actually it could be the angels answering a prayer. Can you guys put in the chat if you ever recall making that prayer? I'd be really interested to know because it's definitely here. Yeah. Read a prayer that if something wasn't for your higher good, that your angels would take it from you. I have done that because, like, I used to go, like, make mistakes and then pray after I have made those mistakes. So then I started praying before I make any future mistakes. And it's like I say, I have made that prayer. I truly have. I got to be honest. I've made that prayer. Yeah, a lot of you are saying I did too. Yes. And for your higher good in some cases, and I have to be real here. Some of these things that you think are disasters are actually blessings in disguise. Some of these things that you think could have been like curses or negative energies or bad things happening could actually have been blessings in disguise, because I have to be real with some of you. You've been dealing with some really, really negative energies that were definitely not for your higher good here. Um, Now, it could be spiritual warfare or even death for some of you. Like, why did I lose that job? Why did I lose this person? Because spirit knows something that we don't know. Like, for example, you know, the urge. Why do we get the urges? Like, I'm not getting in that vehicle. I am not driving today. And I really don't care if I lose my job. I'm not getting in that vehicle. I am not going to work today. It could have saved your life or the life of another. We don't know why. Like, the spirit realm knows stuff that we don't know. Like, you could have been avoiding a major disaster or a major tragedy, like the loss of a job. It might have been that spirit setting you up for a better one. Yeah. And it's like you are being divinely protected. So if you made a prayer to the universe heard that prayer. I'm just saying. And it seems to be guiding you on a better path that is something for you. Now, on that note, I want to pull this deck is calling me. So let's get to it. Yeah. Don't dwell on what might be on the other side of a closed door. Like I said, when one door closes, another door opens. So don't dwell what is on the other side of that door. Like, don't be afraid. Take chances and you will realize how perfect something will turn out. You have intuitive ideas that you really need to act upon. The sacrifices that you make, that's a sacrifice, that you make today will be worth it. And it's saying, if you need, like I said, if you need to break the rules, do it with conviction to make a difference. Like you might be going against status quo, or you might go against what the public opinion is, or you might be doing something that's untraditional, or you might be doing something that other people think is out of the scope of realism, their realism, their norm, going against the norm. But the funny thing is, those people who dare to go against status quo, or dare, who are considered the outsiders, who are considered the people that are looked down upon, are usually the people that make the differences, the real differences in the world. That's how we get world leaders. That's how we get entrepreneurs. That's how we get in creative, inventive ideas. That's when we learn to create. I remember losing a job and I got real creative real quick. I started doing homemade crafts. I started selling stuff, and I'm telling you, it paid my rent. Like, I was a single mom with 2 kids, and I'm telling you, I was in need of finances. And nobody was there to pay my rent or my bills for me, and I didn't have any backing. So I got creative. And then spirit showed me a way to generate income without having an income, like enough to pay my rent, enough to feed my children, enough to pay the bills. Was I doing exorbitantly? No, but I got by until something better appeared before me. And if we trust and get creative, like sometimes a job will actually make you complacent, or a lifestyle can make you complacent. And we get familiar, we get to rely on that paycheck coming in every couple of weeks. You know what I say? We get comfortable in that, and we're not using our creativity. We're not using the gifts that we were born with and meant to use, which is why you're unique, which is why you're different. You get creative, you know, and quite often you are outsiders. You think outside the box, like um you're not the run of the mill following the status quo. You dare to be different. And I'm telling you, don't let people suck the air out of your spirit. So obviously people were, or that job was. And spirit's not going to allow your light to be extinguished. You're going to make mistakes, and it's okay. Sometimes you learn by messing up. So don't be afraid on what's on the other side of that door. Explore the possibilities. It's okay to be different. Don't try so hard to fit in. And maybe you were. Maybe you, like I said, you weren't meant to follow the crowd. Or maybe you weren't meant to have that particular job, or that particular person, or live in that particular city. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You're shredding energies that no longer match your frequency. You have special gifts. Never surrender to norm. You're not normal. You're not. You're not meant to be normal. What people, I just said it, what people term as normal. You have special gifts that are different than what other people have. And maybe this is a way that spirit's showing you to use that creativity, to use those skills, to use those talents. And it's okay to make mistakes. I used to beat myself up all the time, like all the time. I was my worst own critic. I was. I did it again, God. I really effed up. I did it again. Just when I said I wasn't going to do it again, I did it again. And I did. And so finally, I learned to say, okay, Frankie, you undoubtedly are different. You undoubtedly don't fit in. You undoubtedly are an outsider. And once I realized that and said, oh, okay, well, I'm not meant to follow the crowd. I'm not meant to fit in. I'm not meant to fit into what society says is normal. Then now I can accept that. And now I can say, well, what is for me? Yeah, powerful choices. Yeah, give yourself credit for how far you've come. Don't beat yourself up. Give yourself credit for how far you've grown and how far you've come. Try not to resist the changes that come your way. Don't delay the inevitable. You'll get what you wish for, but is it truly what you want? So that's what I'm saying. Is it truly what you want? What you wish for? Is it truly what you want? Be careful what you wish for because you are being heard. Like, seriously, you're being heard. You are. And so here's a trick that I learned. Then I got wise to that because I learned what I wished for, I got. And it wasn't always what I wished. Sometimes I wished I hadn't wished that wish. So then what I started doing is I started going to my guides and my angels and praying that I'll just go along here with what you choose for me, what's best for me, because I obviously messed up. Okay. I learned, oops, don't forget to fulfill your own needs while helping others. And quite often, we're all guilty of that. It's like we wish for this person or we wish for that person, but then it turns out that they may not have been what was truly for our higher good. Good luck sometimes comes disguised as bad luck, just like I said at the start of the read. So sometimes we think that was bad luck to have that calamity or to have that person leave our life or lose a job or whatever, but then it turns out to be a blessing in disguise. It actually could be good luck that we're getting. It's okay to not have all the answers. They'll come to you when you need them. Like, you're not expected to know everything. You're not expected to have nothing, that's part of the journey of being here. I let go of the idea that you're not ready. Like, you put something off and you say, well, yeah, that's a good idea, but I'm not ready for that. Well, I'm not ready. Well, get ready. Spirit saying, you are ready. You're going to be surrounded by people with different agendas, and it may scare you, but fight it. You got this. Like, oh, that would mean I have to move, or that would mean that I have to relocate, or that would mean I'm going to be alone, or that would mean this, or that would mean this. No, we don't know that answer. We don't know what God has planned for us. We don't know the answer to that. And it's okay not to know those answers because they will come at the time that you need them. Continue to make the most out of every door, every open door. When Spirit opens the door for you, then You wished a door would open for you, and then we hesitate. We go, well, what if? What if it's worse on the other side? Or what if this? Or what if that? Take it on as a challenge. And lessons will repeat unless they are learned. It's like, if spirit opened a door for you and you walk through that door and then it turned out to be something that wasn't for you, don't be afraid to open the next door and see what's on the other side of that. Just because one thing didn't turn out or one situation didn't turn out doesn't mean that the next one is not going to turn out and turn out better than you ever imagined. But you have to be willing to walk through that door, and it's scary, but you got this. You can do it. You are ready. You're ready. Spend less time worrying. You are good enough. You are good enough. The wheel will turn in your favor. You just got to keep going. Yeah. So you guys have experienced a lot of this or what? Can you put in the chat? Can you put in there if you dared to walk through another door, like say a job that turned out to be a better job than you ever had in your life, or a better location than where you were living? You guys are awesome. I'm ready. I'm ready. You're exactly where you need to be. It's saying something from your past is going to resurface, and it's okay to revisit it as long as you have learned the lesson from it. Like, you can revisit it. It might be an old job, it might be a past person, or it could be a thought. It's okay to revisit that. What have you learned from it? Okay. Yeah, new job, and I like it. Yeah, it's okay to make mistakes. So what? Like, everybody says, oh, here they go again. Here they go again. Here they go again. Here they go again with another idea. What if that very next one turned out to be the best move you ever made in your life? You are exactly where you need to be in your current situation. Everybody goes, well, I can barely get by, or I can barely afford to pay my bills. Well, it's time to get creative. It's time to say, you know what? There's something better for me. There's got to be something better for me. I really am not enjoying my life. I really am not enjoying this job, or I'm really not enjoying this situation. So, Spirit, can you please show me a better way? Always go to your guides. I always go to my guides. Always. It's really nice having a mentor or someone who does know. Let's get you some advice here. Block out distractions. The distractions are, I don't have enough money. The distractions are, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. You are telling yourself something that spirit does not agree with. You're telling yourself something that spirit's not in agreement with you on. Spirit knows you are good enough. Spirit knows that you deserve better. Spirit knows that spirits can make shit happen for you. Obstacles, tell yourself the obstacles and blocks are lifted. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift has overcome your prior obstacles, and blocks then get lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure the flow of abundance continues. So it's like, give thanks for your blessings. Give thanks for the doors and the opportunities that come your way. Collective, please, and thank you. Let go of guilt. Let go of guilt. When you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you have done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. I can learn and I can grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself and beating yourself up for something, or feeling jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something. And the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire you rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. And that's the problem with the people that have been in your life, which is why spirit is removing them. They have a jealousy, and we just talked about this yesterday. Jealousy festers into a snowball of which we wish we never had touched. It's like, don't be resentful for the things that other people have, because if they can do it, so can you. And a lot of the people who've been cut away from your life have been in that energy. And that's an affirmation to the universe, sends out a signal to the universe. It's an affirmation of poverty. It's a poverty mindset, a scarcity mindset. What I don't have, instead of seeing what you do have. What resources do you have available? What skills, talents do you have available? You know how I found this? I'm going to tell you how I found this. I was at a job. I worked remote camps for like 15 years. I've been a jack of all trades. I've done just about everything and anything under the sun. I've I sat there on the job and I sat having my coffee. I worked the graveyard shift. And I sat up there looking at the stars. And I said, God, there gotta be something better than this. Why have I settled for this when I was not utilizing any of my skills, any of my talents? I was actually making other people wealthy using my skills and talents. And I was a hard worker, or one of their best workers. I used to get awards all the time for, but I was making other people wealthy off my hard work. I was. And I used to get frustrated and I used to get resentful. And well, Spirit says, well, who put you there? And I have said, I did. I put me there. Then Spirit says to me, well, what are you prepared to do about it? I said, I need help, Spirit, because I'm scared to walk through that other door. I don't know what else I'm good for. That's what I said. I don't know. And the Spirit reminded me when I was a little kid. Spirit said, you had all these gifts as you was a child. How come you're not utilizing the gifts I gave you? And I had to be obedient. I mean, they had a point, right? I used to sit on the job listening to YouTube for like a solid year or 2 years. And everybody laughed at me and everybody made fun of me and everybody mocked it. Oh, Frankie, come on. Are you listening to that tarot shit again? And I go, well, I kind of like it. I resonate with that. I really relate to that. I really like that. I find this stuff cool. And I've been doing tarot since I was like 14. And I had gifts of intuition and I had psychic abilities and I had premonitions and I had this and I had that. And then Spirit just whammed me with all the reality, my own reality. I'm like, oh my God, how did I get so far away? Spirit says, that was no mistake. That was no mistake. Look at all the experiences that you have gained and look at all the insights that you have gained. And you are the same, guys. These mistakes you think were mistakes were not mistakes. It is giving you some kind of experience from that situation. Living in that town, being in that place, being with that person. You have actually been given the inside scoop. If you were to acquire and write down a list of everything you learned from every one of those situations, you would have your career path lined out before you like it was handwritten by God Himself. Aw, thank you so much, everyone. Stay focused on yourself. That is exactly right. You know what? Everybody mocked me and laughed me on the job. And I'm like, what the fuck? But you know what? It's all those same people that mocked me on the job. Do you know what I was doing on the job? We won't tell my boss this, my ex boss. We won't tell him that. But I was doing tarot card readings on the job for people. I used to bring my cards to work and I was doing tarot card readings for people, the very ones that were mocking me, as the very ones that wanted a reading. How about that? It's too funny. Hey, Marshall Lavoy, welcome. Hi, Philip. Hi, Phoenix. Hi, Jeremiah. So the very ones that was mocking me are the very ones that came to me on the QT and said, can you do my reading? Can you do my reading? Can you do my reading? And even I was doing tarot card readings on my lunch breaks. And I was doing tarot card readings after work and during breaks. And Spirit says, what do you mean you don't have gifts? What do you mean? And I like a light bulb moment hit for me. And I told those people on the job, I go, I'm going to be on YouTube one day. You know that? And they laughed their head off at me. They thought, not one of them know that I'm on here, by the way. Not one of those people know that I am here. And Spirit told me not to tell them. Unlimited ideas. See? Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas. Guaranteed. Guaranteed to bring you blessings. All you need to do is take a divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come into fruition. Because I can tell you from the very beginning to your current situation now, you have gained experience. You write it down on a list of all the gifts that you have acquired along the way, the knowledge and the gifts. And you put that down on paper, you got yourself one hell of a resume. I'm serious. Gratitude list. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you be centered in your heart instead of fixating on worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? And keep focusing upon gratitude, and you will discover how amazingly generous the universe is. Declutter. It's like you're going through a decluttering process. Spirit's showing you this is not for you. This is for you. This is not for you. This is for you. And everything that is not for you is being removed. It'll fall away. No matter how hard we fight it, no matter how hard we try to hold on to it, it's coming away because there is a better plan. There is a better opportunity. There is a better person for you, a job for you, a residence for you, a situation. It could be protecting you. These are blessings. Bad luck is actually good luck. As weird as that sounds. And sometimes, hey, you know what? If I had started doing what I was doing, like, say, well, years before I was doing it, it may not have worked out. It may not have been for me then. Maybe I still had lessons to learn. Maybe this, maybe that. I don't know. I just learned to accept it. You hear the call and you take action. You just get on your little high horse here and walk away. What are you walking away from? Are you walking to something? Looks like you're walking toward something. Confidence. You are good enough. 9 of Pentacles. Entrepreneur. You are good enough. You got something the world needs to hear. Or you got something that actually makes a difference in the world. So that's why, okay. So spirit's like saying, and now you look back at it years later when you actually figure out what it was you were meant to do, and then you look back at your life and you go, well, that explains why I didn't keep that job. Well, that explains why that person fell away. Well, that explains this. It's because you may have a higher purpose than cleaning toilets or being a housekeeper or serving food. Nothing wrong with those jobs. You learn a lot of people skills there. You really do. You learn about people. You learn about the world. Even the stupidest job you may think was the stupidest job you ever had in your life turns out to be a skill that you use later in life, and it comes back to you. You go, I know how to do that. I know how to do that. And you might be using all those skills for your own business. And you know everything how it operates from the bottom to the top. You may open a business doing exactly that. That's why you've learned and acquired these skills. It all makes sense when it's supposed to make sense. Something from your past may come and revisit you. Now, that can be a person, that can be a job, that can be an idea, or a relationship. It's okay to revisit it. Question is, have you learned? This is decluttering people from your life. It's okay to revisit it. Let me check this person out again. Have they changed? Is this person now in a place where I can handle that situation or understand that situation in a different way than I did before? It's okay. What you think has been bad luck may have been a blessing. That's the truth. As long as you are being authentic here, it's okay to declutter and cut people out of your life that no longer serve you. And maybe a later time, they come back into your life, or that job or that situation presents itself again to you as a test to you to see if you have learned that lesson. It's okay to revisit it, but are you going to stay there? Or are you going to move forward? You are good enough. Someone maybe was insecure. Maybe you were insecure. Maybe this person was insecure. I'm not sure. Fear. Fear of taking a risk. Fear of taking on a risk. I don't know. Well, without taking a risk, there is no reward. You have to be willing to take a risk to get the reward. So this person just may not be in the energy of willing to take a risk. Maybe they weren't willing. Maybe they were scared to walk through the door. Maybe they were scared to open their feelings to you. Maybe they were scared to take a risk. But without taking risks, you know what you're going to get, the same as what you always got. That's that comfortability. That's that complacency. That's that, ooh, it's too scary. Oh, I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. Those are all those self-fulfilling prophecies we tell ourselves. But without taking risks, you're gonna always get what you always got. You are good enough. You always were. You've taken action. This person was too afraid to take the action that you took. That's what I said. Maybe popular belief outside the status quo. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Fit in. I got to do things to fit in. Well, you know what? That's what makes born leaders, not followers. You're a pioneer. You're a trendsetter. You set the trends. You are the light in the room. You become the light in the room. Instead of talking about the light, you become the light. That's what I'm saying. That's self-sabotatory thoughts. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. This is the message that gets sent out to the universe. Okay. Well, I'll send you some more of that then. Because that's what you're telling yourself that you are. So I'll send you another person that treats you like shit. And you'll always get, unless you do this, you will always get what you always had. If you tell yourself and send that message out, that's what comes back to you. Mocking. People will make fun of me. People will laugh at me. People will do this. People will do that. Who gives a shit? When Spirit's telling you you are worthy all along. Maybe you bought your own business. Maybe you're going to get a promotion. Maybe you're going to get a raise. Maybe you are going to start your own company with all this knowledge and experience you've learned along the way. What a great boss you would make with those skills. Who better to be a good boss than someone who's worked at that job? Who? You. You might have been undervaluing yourself. Is this true? Are you guys doing that? Manifesting all new things. Wow. Yeah, you can take the positive aspects from things. There is something positive at every job. Like I said, you might be a server. Well, what have you learned? You learn more than to serve food. Hell, most servers are learning um, how to relate to people, public relations, learning how to deal with disgruntled people, learning how to learn about personalities and you know what I mean? You do a lot more as a server than serve. You learn people skills. You learn how to be a therapist. You learn how to be a doctor, a psychiatrist. For real. There's a lot more, even the most minuscule job you could think of. You have learned a skill from that. It's a skill set that may be revisited to you in the future, only on a different level. This is slow, steady progress. Even though things may have hurt you, it may be the things that have made you and built you into who you are. Strength, character. This is like taking leadership ability to a new level. This is like, you know what? I don't know, man. What did like some of the great leaders of today used to like deliver pizza and make pizzas, and then they end up owning their own corporations, taking all that skill set and finding a better way to make a pizza. I don't know. You can turn the worst thing into something good. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Don't be afraid to be different. You're beloved. You were worthy all along. And just because something didn't work out and somebody didn't recognize your worth and your value, consider it a favor. Like maybe this person did you a favor, or maybe that, you know, it could turn out to be a blessing in disguise. You're exactly where you need to be. Things will change for the better. Rejection can be protection. So you got to go it alone. That's when we do our most soul growth. Alone, where we get creative, where we think of these new ideas. Look, there you are. Creativity. You've taken action on the ideas that Spirit gave to you. So these opportunities that you think you may have missed out on, or these opportunities that you think may be bad luck, or these opportunities that have been missed with certain individuals, certain jobs, certain towns, situations, it's actually a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise. It's actually your good luck. Exactly. Exactly. God knows our plan and what we're our destiny and what we were meant to do when we got here. You know what we as human beings don't recognize that until we are ready to recognize that. That's all. Take on a challenge. Take on the challenge. Rome wasn't built in a day. The ancestors and the tribes are supporting you, inspiring you. But everything is a challenge and everything is a risk. But if you're not willing to take the risk, you're always going to get what you always have gotten. So either we got to change a mindset, we got to change the way we're viewing things, we got to change our situations or whatever. There, you know what I mean? That's how we learn. Strength, new beginnings. Yep. It's like the truth. Every situation that ends, there will always be a new beginning. And every door that closes on you, a new door will open for you. Don't let your dreams die. Hold on to your dreams and have the courage to fulfill them. Do what brings you joy and look at the positivity and what are you grateful and who are you grateful for now, not tomorrow, today. Who and what are you grateful for? And write a list down. Like, it is so empowering, guys. This is abundance. Family. Maybe family was an illusion. Maybe it's like you might be thinking, well, maybe people never thought you were good enough. Or maybe this. Well, Spirit's telling you otherwise. Spirit's telling you you were good enough all along. You are good enough. You don't have to fit in. You do not have to conform. You're different. Accept it. You're not like other people. You're not meant to fit in. People initiating fear. Don't fear. You've had to set up boundaries to fulfill your dreams. And that's it. You've had to set up boundaries. This is your journey, and you stay hopeful and reflect on these inspirations. Don't believe these lies. Don't listen to these lies. Don't believe these people. They are lying to you. Take it on as a challenge. Take it on as I'm going to prove you wrong. You said this about me. You said I wasn't good enough. You said this. You said that. Oh, I'm going to show you damn well I am. As I'm not saying you got to prove it to other people. You want to prove it to yourself. I'm going to fulfill my dream and my wish, no, in spite of these conflicts, in spite of these challenges, I'm not giving up hope. So there, I'm not listening to these lies, because those are lies. You are ready. You are good enough. You are worthy. You are smart. You are ready for this challenge. You're stronger than your challenges. You are ready. Yeah, you guys are amazing energies. And it's like every single day, Spirit is giving you these messages over and over again. I can sense your creativity going, guys. I can feel your creativity. Maybe some of you I'm hearing want to write a book. You could write a book about your disasters. You could write a book about your jobs that you've had. You could write a book about your calamities in your life, and you would find that you are being helpful, giving helpful advice to those people experiencing those things. It's like the worst tragedies you think that you have had, you can make use of. How about a guide? Like, I went through this disaster and this is how I survived it. You could be a blogger. You could be a writer. You could write a book about your life. Their tools, their ideas, their creativity. You're like, I could teach. I could teach people how to clean that toilet. What the hell? Maybe you got to show people how to clean a toilet. A lot of people don't know how to clean a toilet. Just saying. The weirdest stuff God can use as a blessing. The weirdest things that you think are the craziest ideas, you can make something of. You guys got this. And you've got the backing of the ancestors, you've got the backing of your guides, you've got the backing of the universe. So even if you mess up, spirit going to catch you when you fall. Don't be afraid to fall, because you're going to get back up again. Take care, guys. I love each and every one of you, and congratulations. Give yourself credit for how far you've come. Congratulate yourself. Take care, everyone. I love you.